Hello, Vinyl community. Bradley here. It is a Saturday morning, sunny Saturday. I think opening day is on Monday in baseball. Now, if you're a baseball fan, you might want to keep your eyes on Yasiel Puig, who's traded from the Dodgers to the Reds. And during the summer in Cincinnati, we tend to have pretty humid weather. And when you have humid weather, the ball seems to really pop out of Great American Ballpark. So, I don't know. Puig might have one hell of a year. I don't know. I just want to mention one channel that I came across. He doesn't have a lot of videos. He made some last year, and he's made a few this year. He's a college student in Tennessee. The channel name is Connor Harlan, H-A-R-L-A-N. Connor with a C. Shows a really wide variety. I think psych, kind of old stuff, alternative, and he's shown a lot of jazz. And I like to watch his videos. He's kind of passionate about his music, and he knows what he's talking about. So, now if you hear in the background, I don't know if you can hear or not, little Kinks, which we will get to. I have not bought too many new records lately. I have quite a few on pre-order and waiting for them to arrive at my house as I look out at the mailman and see if he's going to bring a package up, or she. I don't know. But anyhow, I've just got a couple albums to show you from the past. I collected records from like 69 to late 80s, and I probably have maybe 175 left. I used to have maybe 300 or whatever. Sold some. Some were taken. Oh, I see a record coming my way through the window. Where was I? Anyhow, I probably have 175 of these old albums. So I'll just show you a couple of these old albums. Now, both of these, I do not think they were ever released on CD. So, anyhow, and they are both kind of either best of or history. First album was released in 1972, and I bought this when it came out. This is the history of Eric Clapton, released in 1972. This is a double album released on Atco. So basically, this goes through all the groups that Eric Clapton had been a member of up till 1972. And it does include, which I will get to in a little bit, songs from Derek and the Dominos. Like I said, Atco label. Get the glare there. Oops, there we go. And I really like these original liners to give you an idea of what Atco was selling at the time. A lot of Buffalo Springfield, a lot of Otis Redding, King Curtis, Dr. John, Bee Gees. Of course, Iron Butterfly had some. Cream. Just really good. So anyhow, this album, like I said, basically it kind of covers Eric's career from 1964 with the Yardbirds up until and including Derek and the Dominos. There's the back cover. The inside has got some liner notes and the discography, that tells quite a bit about the particular songs, which is very nice. So I'm just going to name these songs off just to give you an idea, because it seems like every year, or maybe less, Eric would join and quit a group. So it starts out with a song by the Yardbirds when he was with the Yardbirds. I Ain't Got You. Great song. Okay, next song is when he was with the Blues Breakers. And it is an instrumental called Hideaway. It's got John Mayall on there. John McVie, bass guitar. Eric. Okay, now the third song is, back in the day, after the Yardbirds, Eric and Jimmy Page, they recorded, I don't know if it was an album's worth of songs, just them two. And I don't know if they were originally released. I know a few years ago, I think they re-released the session or whatever. So, anyhow, the name of the song is Tribute to Elmore. And it's just got Eric and Jimmy Page on guitars. Sounds great. Okay, so the next song is I Want to Know. This is Eric Clapton and the Powerhouse. I'm not sure exactly who was in this group. It says Steve Angelo did the lead vocals. Okay. So the next, probably the next four or five songs are from the Cream era. You've got, and this is why I bought this album, Sunshine of Your Love. Great song. Off of Disraeli Gears. Crossroads, which is a live recording at the Fillmore West. Okay, on the second side of this album, it's got Spoonful, Cream. That is a studio track, I believe. 16 minutes long, almost 17 minutes. Okay, now the now the next song, also Cream, and this song is called Badge, fairly short song. You may know George Harrison co-wrote this song, which was fine, and he also played on this song. He played, I guess, rhythm guitar. Now at the time, of course, George was with the Beatles on Apple. He was not really allowed to play on any other label, but he did. But he went by the name of Leangelo Misterioso. Played rhythm guitar. Misterioso. That was George Harrison. Okay, then you go on with, I think, just one song from Blind Faith, which is Sea of Joy. Then you get into the Delaney and Bonnie era, Only You Know and I Know. That's a live recording. I Don't Want to Discuss It. That's a studio with Delaney and Bonnie. The next song is Teasin', which I believe that was a King Curtis. I'm not sure if I think it was King Curtis album, which they all kind of played with Delaney and Bonnie and all that. Next song, Blues Power, which is kind of like the same deal. And then you go with, it would be Derek and the Dominoes, Tell the Truth, a jam, and it does have Layla on here. So, a very good best of Eric Clapton from '64 until '72. If you ever come across this album, it's good, you know, very good. Okay, now the second and last album I'm going to show here. I've always liked the Kinks. I don't have a lot by them. I bought this probably, I'm thinking late 70s. It is an import. It's called the Documents Series. French, I believe. It was on. This was an import. It is on Pi, the Pi record label. Pi Records. This is a 2-album set. So much like the Clapton that I showed, this is kind of like the Kinks, I guess, greatest hits from 64 until actually pretty much the same as Clapton till whenever Lola came out, 71 or 2 maybe. Or probably 70. So roughly the same period. One nice thing about it's got really nice inner sleeves, and one nice thing about this, it's got the tracks listed, the original catalog number. It's got the release date, the weeks in the chart, what year and what month, and how high it actually, the records actually got. So the other album is pretty similar. It's got a lot more liner notes on this second disc. It's very good. Now, what I like about this Kinks Greatest Hits, I know the Kinks had at least 1 or 2 greatest hits of their early hits. But this is a 2-disc set, and it goes up, like I said, from 64 until 1970. So you've got all those early hits, like Long Tall Sally, Well-Respected Man, Till the End of the Day, Dedicated Follower of Fashion, Sunny Afternoon, Dead End Street, Tired of Waiting for You, You Really Got Me, blah, blah, blah. But then it kind of continues. And this second album, originally when I got this, I was not overly familiar with a lot of these songs. The third side is probably one of my favorites. And I'm not sure what albums these were off of. More of the British, I don't know what you call it, vaudevillian sound. It does have Mr. Pleasant, Waterloo Sunset, which is one of my favorite songs. Death of a Clown, Autumn Almanac, Wonder Boy, Lincoln County. Now on the last side, you get more towards the very end. It'd be the Lola album and probably the one right before. Load of, well, it's got Victoria, Lola, Ape Man, Shangri-La, Plastic Man, Hold My Hand, Days. Just a really, really good, good songs on here. Like I said, if you and this is hard to find in the U.S. It was an import. It was never pressed in the U.S. I think on Discogs or something. There's some listed, but they're almost all from sellers in Europe or the UK. So, but if you ever run across this album and you like the Kinks, it's a really good retrospective. So it goes a little beyond the normal greatest hits. It's got 2 discs. So, it's good. I think that's it for today. Like I said, the mailman, mail lady, just came and she dropped off a record on my doorstep. So I got to check that out. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a nice day and a nice weekend. Maybe I'll put another vid in a day or two. So take care.